You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about the Browns. We got two things. We got Mel Kiper losing his mind, going to bat for Shedeur Sanders again, this time at the expense of Ty Simpson. Now, look, I've said, hey, I'm rooting for Shedeur. I hope it works out for him. I do. But you certainly did not see enough last year to just go into the year and be like, this guy's the starter. There's not a chance in hell, if I'm the Browns, I'm not drafting a quarterback somewhere in this draft in the first 3 rounds. Probably the first 2 rounds, to be quite honest with you. There's 3 guys, Simpson, Garrett Nussmeier, Carson Beck. I think Carson Beck's got real starter potential. I think Garrett Nussmeier's got starter potential. This time last year, everybody was like, oh, it's Cam Ward, it's Cam Ward, it's Cam Ward. And it turned out that it was Tyler Shuck and it was Jackson Dart, and we think Cam Ward. And then who else? Right? But they let them other quarterbacks start slipping down, and now you got 2 franchises that's got franchise quarterbacks. All right? So, you know, it's laughable to hear a comparison from Mel Kiper and talk about he's not as good as Ty Simpson. And I'm talking about Shedeur. What? The footwork, the processing, the throwing alignment, the motion, it is elite with Ty Simpson. It's elite. All right? Now, my issue is he's only started 15 games. Now, it's funny that everybody's making the 6'1" thing out to be an issue because isn't Cam Ward like 6'1.5"? They never brought up his height last year, but it's being brought up all over the place with Ty Simpson. Again, through the first 8 games of the year, Ty Simpson was better than Fernando Mendoza. Now, am I saying he's better than Fernando? No, I'm not. I would draft Fernando first, too. But the idea that you're not supposed to take a hard look at this kid, if you're the Browns, with that 24th pick, I wouldn't take him at 6. But at 24, I'd consider it. Now, would I do it? No. But you can bet your ass I'd draft Garrett Nussmeier or Carson Beck in the 2nd round. One of the 2. And they would, any of the 3 would go right into my quarterback room and compete for the starting job. If they do not take a quarterback to compete for the starting job, the franchise is a joke. Because that is not a competent quarterback room right now. It's not. We will also get to Myles Garrett because the denials about trading Garrett are starting to come out from the media, and I'm going to tell you, I don't buy any of it. I don't buy any of it. I think Myles Garrett's on the block right now. I do. After the little contract adjustment from Andrew Berry, that was done in a way to just make it easier to trade Myles Garrett. Prior to the draft, they've now got a taste of what Myles is worth because of the Max Crosby deal. We'll get to that. Mel Kiper Jr.
The Jets have to be figuring out Ty Simpson. The Steelers have to figure out Ty Simpson. And now certainly Arizona does. They want to try to trade back in and get him.
Yeah, the Browns, by the way, need to figure out Ty Simpson as well.
The Browns don't have to worry about Ty Simpson. They got a better quarterback than Ty Simpson than Shedeur Sanders. Don't go there.
I believe the Browns need to figure out Ty Simpson.
I mean, that's nuts. They got a better quarterback than Ty Simpson. Where is he? Where are they hiding that guy at? Exactly. That is laughable, folks. That is laughable. Did Shedeur flash? Sure. Deshaun Watson hadn't been shit either for 4 years. It's funny. You're talking about a guy that is going to go late first or in the second, comparing him to a 5th round guy. I don't give a shit now where Mel had Shedeur ranked. Nobody cares where you had him ranked. He went 5 rounds. You had him second overall. He dropped into the 5th round. That means 4 rounds of NFL drafting, all teams said no. All of them said no. Browns adamant they're not trading Myles Garrett. Mike Garafolo came out, said this on NFL Network. The Browns are adamant they are not trading Garrett. NFL Network insider Mike Garafolo reported Friday on Good Morning Football, quote, nothing to do with the motivation for what they did with his contract. Then why in the bleep did they do it? No, nobody's got that answer. Except the fact that it made the contract easier to trade. Adam Schefter, Pat McAfee.
We do know there's a couple things that are certainly worthy of a conversation. Myles Garrett's getting traded from the Cleveland Browns. Why did they do a whole new contract for Myles Garrett unless they were trying to trade him is the question that is heating up around the internet. Obviously, the internet is going to grab onto fodder and grab onto any piece of information and run however they want to run with it. But is this setting up for a Myles Garrett trade? And what exactly happened with his contract that sent everybody into an uproar?
Yeah, well, here's what happened, okay? And again, I got a call on Tuesday night. A team called me and they're like, hey, all right, do you see this Myles Garrett thing? I'm like, no, what? They said his option bonuses were shifted around. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, if you're shifting option bonuses around, usually there's like some trade smoke. Now, let me say this. Right away, I called the Browns. I'm like, what's going on here? And they're like, we are 100% definitely not trading him. I'm like, okay. Now, I will say this. They were adamant about it. And they're like, don't even bring it up and dignify the fact because we're not trading him.
Okay. You notice Garafolo and Schefter both use the words adamant. You got the Browns playing games. By the way, remember the proposal the Browns put out there about trading 5 picks, 5 number 1 picks, 5 years ahead or whatever? There is some theories that one of the reasons the Browns want that passed is so they can actually trade Myles Garrett and get back a number 1 this year, a number 1 next year, and then a number 1 like 5 years from now. That maybe it's not for trading up to get Arch Manning, although you got to be suspicious of it regardless. It's for what they can get back for Myles. So just pointing that out. By the way, the Rams co-signed that proposal too. The Rams president came out and said, yeah, the trading the draft picks 5 years in advance, we support doing that as well. So they're now backing the Browns on that proposal. The owners' meetings start today, by the way. They're going on. So that's something to think about. By the way, SI put out their 5 teams. Cowboys, we talked about that. Bills, makes sense. Patriots, yeah. Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions. And I can tell you, as I was looking at this, multiple articles on the 49ers being in on Myles Garrett now too. So, okay, we'll see. I see all these Browns fans talking about we don't want to trade Myles, and my retort to that is why on earth not? You're not a good football team. Why are you keeping him? Oh, well, you got to hold on to your good players. Okay, but if you can get 3 number 1s, I'll take 3 solid to good players for 1 all-time player because you've got no players. You need a major influx of talent all over the place. Yes, your defense is good. You won what? How many games the last 2 years with that defense? 8 combined? 5 games last year, if I'm not going nuts. 3 games the year before? Okay. I mean, I'm sorry. I'd have traded Joe Thomas back in the day. Because you wasn't going nowhere. You wasn't doing nothing. I don't know. I'm just pointing that out. If it was me. Oh, Mel, we can't even talk about another quarterback because Shedeur's there. Put clown hair on that joker. It is hilarious. Shedeur's fan base is living and dying by Mel Kiper Jr. And I like Mel, but come on. You're not getting any brownie points shilling for that guy at all. None. And again, I'm rooting for the kid. But again, there's no way in hell there's not a third person in there competing for that job this year. No way. By the way, I'm going to say this. Ty Simpson, I don't know about because of I only played 15 games. I don't know if he could win that job this year. Nussmeier or Carson Beck, I think they both would beat out Shedeur and Deshaun Watson. Yeah, I said it. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.